just went grocery shopping, and before that, I was just like thinking out loud a lot because that's what I do a lot when I'm alone. And I started to just think. I'm just like, we need to start disappointing our parents. And I need you to hear me out because this is some shit. I'm making pasta today later on, so I got some stuff. But yeah, I feel like that is one thing that I stand by actually. Like, as a child, you need to disappoint your parents. Even though it's once, even though it's a little, you need to. And this does not mean you need to go out your way and do, like, I don't know, like, get on drugs and, like, ruin your life. That's not what I mean by disappointing your parents. Just to preface, disappointing your parents in a sense where don't allow them to define your path. I feel like as parents, I'm not a parent, but I think parents do this thing where they try to almost guilt you into feeling like you're not at a level that you should be at, but forgetting that this is also your life. Like they have this standard that they set. When you're born, they defined you. They already did. Believe it or not, they've defined you. And as you like grow up and as you start becoming like that person, like your own person, there's gonna be a lot of times where you're not gonna identify with the definition that they've given you from like birth. You just can't. You can't, because what happens? You find your identity. And a lot of times, maybe you will fit that like description that they have of you. Maybe that might happen. But a lot of cases, it doesn't happen like that. And when that doesn't happen, they see that as disappointment. When you decide to choose your own path that's completely different from the path that they want for you. And I feel like a lot of parents are not gonna understand this. I've been trying to have like these conversations with my parents a lot of times, especially like you're like my mom. Like it's very like talking to a brick wall vibes. It gives like, I'm almost there. I'm almost about to understand you, but not yet. Yo. No, I say this because I actually spent like half my life, like the majority of my life, trying to appease the parentals. Like I did. I had good grades, I was good at school, I didn't cause no problems. I was taking on like leadership roles in school. I was participating in everything, all the clubs, like I was on top of my shit. Like since I've been on top of my shit. Like that's like literally, like I've literally been that perfect child, like since a kid. And I feel like I didn't realize that I was performing. It was a performance for my parents. And you don't realize it until you actually leave the nest. You don't realize it until you actually go out and see who you are when you don't feel like your parents are watching, or you don't feel like your parents have this pressure. Because parents often put this pressure on the children. So like even anywhere they are, they feel like their parents are on their shoulders. Like, babes, you're 25. You can totally do this if you wanted to. Your parents are not on your shoulder. You know what I mean? So I feel like because of that pressure, a lot of people are not able to be who they really are because they feel like their parents are like some little devil on your shoulder telling them to not do this, don't do this, and it hinders your individuality. It hinders your self-expression, your creativity. Like, you are reduced to a box, a defined box. That's what you're reduced to. love fettuccine. Been wanting to make some pasta, but I've been too lazy / busy to make pasta, but I will try my best to get on that today. This goes in the fridge or freezer. I don't like get cheese often, so I'm not too sure. Okay, refrigerated. So fridge, not freezer. Okay. Happy. But no, I'm very passionate about this because I feel like even to this day, like I didn't even realize that there are like little parts of me still that wants my parents' validation. And I think that as someone's kid, like you would obviously want your parents to be happy for you. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I don't give a fuck that my parents don't like what I'm doing. A little part of me does. A little part of me wishes that they understood me. A little part of me wishes that they got it. You know, a little part of me wishes that it wasn't like that. A little part of me wishes that I didn't have to perform all my years growing up. But I can't have regrets because I feel like if I didn't perform, like I wouldn't like have realized I was performing. You know what I'm saying? So, and learn from it to be able to talk about it. So I feel like everything that happens in my life and in your life, it's all because it's supposed to happen. And don't feel like it's like, I don't know, there's like a different way you should have went. Because everything that's happening right now is just how it's supposed to happen. Because it's already happened before. Like I went to the grocery store and on my way going to the grocery store, I saw these two men. I don't think they knew each other, but they were walking side by side to each other, like with each other. And we kind of like walked across. Like I was going this way, they were going this way. You know, I shop whatever. I'm in the grocery store for like a good maybe 10-15 minutes, right? I'm shopping, whatever the hell, like just in my zone. And I walk out, and as I'm going back, I see the same people coming the opposite way. Then you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. That to me was just like that's like something that I don't just see as like coincidence. Put my hand in my eye, whatever. I see it as like synchronicity, you know, like, and I say this to say like, eventually, I don't know if they will understand. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I feel like you can't live your life trying to impress your parents. Like I know, like oh my God, they did this for me. I just want them to be. Bro, if them being happy means you not being happy, like the math is definitely not mathing. Like, you know. So like let it sink in for a little. Like, so you want them to be happy, cool, but you're not in your own life, but they're happy about your life. Come on. Disappointing parents today, babes.